Good morning, children. Today, lesson 3 Geography The Changing Earth will be explained to you. Children, this chapter is very interesting chapter, and this chapter you will study the different types of forces inside the earth and outside the earth, including we shall also discuss about the volcanoes, earthquakes, and some other natural phenomena. Okay, children. So we shall begin from the plate. So, children, this is very interesting topic. Since ancient time, people believed that continents were fixed in their position, and the distribution of land and water has not always been the same on the Earth's surface. Children, this was the concept. It was earlier it was believed that there was one single landmass. Right now we are having the earth is having 7 continents and different land masses. So, but in the past it was believed that there was one single landmass, means all the continents were joined together, and it was called Pangea, or you may call it a supercontinent. So, after some time, due to some natural phenomena, the Pangea broke and there was a horizontal displacement of the continents. And the Wagner's theory of continental drift is based on this topic. How did Pangea break? Because earlier there was a supercontinent, and due to some natural phenomena, this supercontinent broke into different land masses, and this theory of continental drift is based on the study of this topic. So Wagner's theory was later on improved, and little bit other ideas were added. For example, sea floor spreading, and this new concept was called plate tectonics. So children, we must we should know the features of plate tectonics, because these plate tectonics, the study of these plate tectonics are very important, because due to plate tectonics, the sudden movements of the earth are experienced. For example, eruption of volcanoes, earthquakes, landslides, etc. Okay, children. So you must study the features of plate tectonics. There are 6 major and 20 minor plates, all of which float independently. And the rate of movement of the plate is extremely slow. Then energy required to move these plates is produced by the internal heat of the earth. The surface area of the plate is very large in comparison to their thickness. Tectonic activities such as earthquakes and volcanicity occur along the plate margins. So, children, these plates are continuously moving. Some of the plates are moving horizontally, some are moving vertically. Means there is both horizontal and vertical movements. And children, there is also another interesting feature is that some forces which originate from inside the earth, they are called endogenic forces, means internal forces, and the forces which originate on the surface of the earth are called exogenic forces, means external forces. Okay, so topic is volcanoes. Children, you can see page number 188 18, and we can see the picture of volcanoes very clearly. Children, volcanoes were also known as mountain of fire. You can see from this picture this activity, the volcano, this natural, it is a natural phenomena, and the process of eruption is very amazing. And children, see this circular opening of this component of volcano. You can see that there are different components of volcano, and there's a this part, the upper part of this volcano is known as vent. The mouth of the volcano is known as vent, and the long crack, this is known as fissure. And the volcanic cone or mountain is formed when the erupted materials accumulate around the vent. Means the lava first, the lava is accumulated here, and then the hot lava comes out suddenly, and this eruption comes from the crater cone. So, children, there are three types of volcanoes: active volcanoes, dormant volcanoes, extinct volcanoes. Active volcanoes, these are found particularly in Italy, and some of the volcanoes are also found in Japan also. And the dormant volcanoes, these volcanoes have become quiet after erupting, and at present they don't show any indication of eruption. So in future also there is no scope of eruption, and therefore they are called sleeping volcanoes. Then extinct volcanoes, these extinct volcanoes are also known as dead volcanoes, and these volcanoes are found in Africa and in some parts of US also. Okay, children. And then we can see the distribution of volcanoes. Children, our earth consists of some area which are prone to volcanoes. Okay, children. For example, you can see the circular belt around the Pacific Ocean. This is why this belt is also called Pacific Ring of Fire. Then the second belt is Mid-World Mountain Belt. This belt has mostly dormant and extinct volcanoes. And in Japan, Fujiyama, this is the world's most beautiful volcanic mountain. And in India, in Deccan Plateau also, we can experience the fissure eruption. Now, children, next topic is earthquakes. So, children, what is an earthquake? The shaking of the earth's surface is called an earthquake, and there are many factors for this phenomena. The place of origin of an earthquake is called focus. Children, you can see page number 119. See the location of focus and epicenter. This picture is very important. So, children, through this picture, I want to tell you that the place of origin of an earthquake is called focus, and the point on the earth's surface which is vertically above the focus. Vertically, okay, children? This is known as epicenter. So, the vibrations of an earthquake spread out as concentric waves from the focus. So, the intensity of the earthquake is maximum near the epicenter. This is the point where the maximum intensity of earthquake can be experienced. Now, children, there are three types of waves related to earthquakes: primary waves, secondary waves, and surface waves. So, children, primary waves usually travel at a speed of about 6 km per second. Secondary waves, these waves produce a strong shaking action. They do not pass through liquids. Then, surface waves are the last to arrive and travel over the surface of the earth. So children, these waves cause most of the damage. Remember this. And their effect can be seen at great depths. Okay children, in order to measure the earthquake, there is a device known as Richter scale. So this device is very important. This instrument is very important, and this is known as seismograph. And the science which deals with earthquake is called seismology. And the scientists who study regarding earthquakes are known as seismologists. Okay, children. So this was all about your earthquakes, and in some parts of the world people experiences sometimes great damage and light sometimes light vibrations. Okay children, so uh, now we shall study regarding the distribution of earthquakes. Children, remember that there are the earthquake belts on the earth are three. They are circum-Pacific belt, mid-continental belt, mid-Atlantic ridge belt. Okay, children. So this was in this session. I just want to tell you that the study of earthquakes, volcanoes are very important. So the main children, the circum-Pacific belt includes the coastal margins of North America, South America, and East Asia. Then mid-continental belt includes the Alpine Mountains, Mediterranean Sea, Northern and Eastern Africa, and of course the Himalayas. Then Mid-Atlantic Ridge Belt includes the Mid-Atlantic Ridge and the adjoining islands. Children, along with this, the Bhuj earthquake of 2001 was very devastating, and because of this, there was great damage of life and property, man and property. It occurred in 2001 and lasted for almost a minute. And this was one of the most devastating earthquakes of the world. Due to the earthquake, high rising buildings collapsed, communications and power lines were completely disrupted. And of course, transport system was also thrown out of gear. Okay, children. So this was all about your Bhuj earthquake and the importance of. Sometimes the question comes the features of Bhuj earthquake. You can see the points given at the end of the chapter. ABC sea floor is spreading of the Indian Ocean at the rate of 5 centimeter per year. Then gradual northward movement of the Indian plate. Then third, the reactivated faults below the surface in the Kutch region. Okay, children. So with this, I am going to conclude this chapter. In the next session, you will be given note.